Hello, Fresh Start Community Church. This is your pastor, Pastor Brian, sharing with you today our second part of our technology ministry opportunities. Now, I know a lot of you probably are very familiar with this, and so uh, this will probably be real basic for you. But for those of you that aren't, or maybe need a little bit of a reminder, today's topic is going to be on how to work Facebook as far as watching our sermon series and finding ways for you to do ministry online as well. Now, I know this sounds kind of strange, but in this world we've lived in, we've had to learn how to adapt and utilize technology to do our ministries. You may have noticed that we go live for any of our activities as well as our classes uh, so that we can post for those at home so they can watch and be a part of that. Now, while Facebook has different things that some people do like and don't like, it has been the easiest one for us to make that happen. Now, we're going to find other outlets in the future, but we want you to be familiar with Facebook, how you can work it as far as posting your own videos when it comes to church activities. If you're planning on hosting a small group in the future or being part of a small group in the future, a lot of times this will be through that. And so this will give you a little bit of a tutorial on how to work those things and what each of these buttons do. So if you're feeling like you're caught in the middle of it and a little unsure, this will give you a little bit of clarity on how to make that happen. So I hope this helps you out, and I hope that it gives you some abilities to do things that you haven't before. So this is Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and go to my Facebook page. You can see it here. And if we're going to go to this, we're going to click on Fresh Start Community Church. Now you're going to see two things that are going to pop up as soon as you type in Fresh Start Community Church. The first one is a group, and the second one is a page. All right. You're going to see it say group specifically here. Down here is going to look more like a place. It's going to be more of our main page. Now, the difference between the two, and I'm not going to click on the group because there's some private information on there, is that you have to ask to be part of the group. You can create groups on your own page, and you can learn about how to do that in another way. But whenever you go here, this is going to be our private group. That means that it's only people that have asked to be a part of that, and only people that are that we know can do that because we post prayer requests and things like that on there. So you can like things, and a lot of things we're going to be doing here and our page will also be helpful for you. Now, as far as the group goes, anything you post on that group is checked by our moderator. So if you post a prayer request or something along those lines, it may take a little bit for it to get posted because we have to approve it. We just want to make sure things aren't being posted on there that do not line up with our church. So I want you to know that we do read everything that comes through so that we can make sure it's where it needs to be. So when it comes to our sermons and our videos and things along those lines, you're going to find that mostly on our page. Now we try to share to both, but that's not always the case. So if you go to the page, you're going to see a couple things that occur. First of all, you're going to see uh, it won't look quite like this for you. It looks a little bit different for me. But the main thing I want you to see is that if we are going to go live, it will show up right here. All right. It'll show up in our news feed, and you can subscribe to that as well. So you may see something along the lines as far as the way you can comment, like, and share. The biggest thing we want you to be aware of as far as this goes is during the message, if you click on it or you watch the video later, you're going to see a couple things that occur. You're going to see like and love and all those things. So if you see this little thumbs up here, this is a like. Now you can click on this as much as you want to during any sort of video. This is just a way to say how you're feeling about it. So you can like it, you can love it, you can care about it, you can laugh about it, you can put a wow, you can put a sad face, you can put an angry face. Hopefully not a lot of angry faces out there, but that way, if you need to interact in some way without saying something too specific, you can do that. Now, commenting, on the other hand, is very specific. So commenting, you click on that and you can comment. Right now, I'd be commenting as Fresh Start Community Church, but I can click quite simply, loved it, right? Or I have a prayer request. If I could type. Or I could even type I would like a pastor contact me. All right. So if you do that, then all you have to do is hit enter. You can also see over here, you can insert an emoji, you can attach a photo or video, you can add a GIF, you can post a sticker. There's little things that you can do. But whenever I say, for example, are there any prayer requests during a live video, then you can type those in right there and then it'll show up in our feed, in our comments. So we can go back and check that later or during it so we can respond directly to your prayer requests. You're also going to see a really important button right here called share. Now I want to bring this up because it's important. There's a couple ways you can share. You can share directly to your page. You can share to a group. You can copy the link, you can embed it, you can share through other areas, through Twitter, through WhatsApp, through other things. But the main thing about sharing is if you are watching a video and that video is taking place and you click share, you can share that video to your page. Now, what that does is two things. One, it allows us to minister to more people. So maybe you have friends or family members that don't go to church, or you have friends or family members that do go to church, or they're shut in. By sharing that video, you're basically inviting them to church. Now, I know in our modern day and age, that's a strange thing to think about. We're used to calling people up, inviting them to come into the congregation, and we still want you to do that. But by sharing the video, that is an easy way for you to invite someone to hear God's word by posting on your page for others to look at later or listen to live. Now, those that don't want to watch it won't click on it, but those that do, you never know. And we've actually seen several people say that they're a part of our church now, even though they're in different states. And I think that's a really beautiful thing that we can do as we are growing and learning. So liking and commenting and sharing are kind of key components when it comes to doing Facebook. Now, I want to kind of change up a little bit and bring you back to my page and show you a couple things that you can do. All right. So in our modern times, we want to find ways for you to minister to other people as well. And one of the ways we're doing that is we have our small groups that meet in person, but we are encouraging you to create groups even here online. And you could do that through Zoom, or you can do that through Facebook, since many of you already have Facebook. All right. So a couple things you can do. First of all, you can go to New Room. Now, you may not have seen this before, but you can create rooms on Facebook. So it's pretty simple to create. I'll just show you my room and show you that how it's already active, but it's pretty simple to create. And they're going to create a link to get into the room. You can in this room, and you can change this room. You can do all kinds of things with it, which I'll do after this. And you can invite people to your room. So you can simply search for those people, or you can invite them by sending them this link. Once they're there, then you can hit join room, and look at this. You can basically have a room. You can use your microphone and camera. So we can allow that to happen. And then basically through this, we're going to create just like we would a Zoom room. There I am. Oh, multiple times. Look at that. How about that? So we can do that. And that way other people can join and you can talk with them. You can share your screen. You can see the different people in there. You can turn your video on and off and you can mute it. But let's say you wanted to have a small group or a Sunday school class or a prayer time and you couldn't get out. Well, you can do that through this. So it's kind of a neat way to make that happen. And then quite simply, we just hang up from there. Okay. So you can create the room, pretty simple to do, and an easy way to make that happen. Also, you're going to see a couple things you can do here. Now, when you're on Facebook, you can post things. So this is where you could share, give the link to the sermon series that we had. You can talk about different things. There's all kinds of things you can do. So you can share what's on your mind. Always remember when you are sharing on Facebook, and if you're sharing the church video and then you turn around and share something pretty negative, keep in mind, you want to do ministry here online as well. So by no means am I censoring you when it comes to Facebook, but I always want you to be reminded of that. So you can add to your post, you can add a photo or video, you can tag people in it. So you can tag Brian Marlette in there if you wanted to. Feeling activity, you can check in, you can go live, which we'll show you that in a second. There's all kinds of things that you can do simply by following the directions. And it is very intuitive and interactive. So not a problem at all. And if you have any problems, then you can follow along with it. Now, that is kind of a key component. And I want to kind of show you what it's like to go live on Facebook. So you see us do that all the time whenever we are posting our videos for Wednesday nights and things like that. So all you do is you click on live video. And once that pulls up, slowly but surely, you're going to see all kinds of things that it's going to ask you to do, how to set up your stream and things along those lines. So it's pretty straightforward. You can use a stream key. You can use a camera. So in this case, we're going to use a camera. And you can see me down here. All right. And it talks about the ways that you can make this happen. You can set up your FaceTime, things along those lines. So I'm going to make this a little bit simpler instead of going here. So you can see this button on the side that says go live. Now this is going to look a little bit different on your phone. Let me pull that up for you so you can kind of see what that looks like as well. So if I was going to go live on my phone, it might look something more like this. Oh, wow, there's multiple me's there, right? Now you're going to see it simply says start live video. Now down here, you can add little fun things to it. You can add backgrounds if you want to. You can add a little mask on there and things along those lines, but you don't have to do that stuff. You don't have to worry about that. The biggest thing that you want to be aware of is that it's going to tell you who all's online up top, let you know if you're sharing that private or public. If you don't want that to go public, meaning to everybody on your page, you can simply click up here at the top and go to friends, or you can go to friends accept and things along those lines, or you can post to your group. You can also switch your post to different areas, and then you can simply click on this button, which will go live. Now, something you want to be aware of, if you are using your phone, one thing you want to be aware is that if it looks like this, it's going to film like this, okay? If it looks like this, let me turn that way, it's going to film like that. See how the bars have gone to the bottom? Once you start recording live, you cannot switch. You can do that here, but once you start recording live, you cannot switch it, all right? So this gives you an opportunity to go live. Once you click that live button, it goes live. People can see it, but immediately after that, you can simply choose not to post it, okay? So if you choose not to post it, it's not a problem at all. It'll just go away. It just deletes it. So it's not there. So you could go live and then choose to post it. If you post it, then it is there until you choose to delete it. So when it comes to Facebook, a couple things I just want to recap with you. First of all, the difference between a page and a group. A group is usually a private place for the small amount of people. Sometimes it can be public. It's usually something that's of interest. A page is kind of the official area for that place. So when you go to Fresh Start, if you're looking for the group, you have to ask to join it, but that's where we're going to post our prayer requests and some of our more private information. If you go to the page, that's going to be pretty public, and that is where all of our information is going to go, including our church videos. So we want people to be able to see those, as many people as possible. Don't forget, you can post things on your Facebook by simply going to post photo or video. Many of you know how to do this already, how you're feeling. You can create a room, as I showed you already, to talk with people. You can invite them to the room and basically share like we're doing right now. It's a lot like Zoom, but we're going to go over Zoom here in a minute. Or you can go live. Going live, once again, is a live video of you talking or sharing or doing something. Once it goes live, you have to click on the live button. Once it goes live, it is out there for people to see, but it will not stay on your page unless you put post video, okay? So going live, you have to decide whether you're going to be vertical or horizontal. And once again, you have to click the Start Live button to make that happen. And then when watching a live video, several things you can do. You can like it, as we showed you earlier. You can post it, post comments on there, or you can also share it. You can also share it. So as I said before, this is great ways to minister. I would really encourage you to consider starting at least a prayer group or a small group online. You may find out that it's very, very beneficial. Or you can share, as I mentioned before, anytime that we're live, share those with others. It's like inviting people to church. Well, Fresh Start, I hope this was helpful for you. As always, if you have any questions, you can contact us here at the church office at 405-794-7313. We look forward to helping you in the future as we continue down this road of learning how to work our technology. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time as we talk about Zoom.